Put your hand on my shoulder. Oh. Here I go. Action. Hi everybody! Welcome! So, as you know, Sahar Wanders is all about documenting the people and the experiences and the things I love, and this is one of the people that I love. And so today, we're doing a Bestie Tag, which means that we asked some people to submit some questions. We have these questions we're going to answer about our friendship and just about everything we know about each other.
Friends.
Wait, you want to say who you are? Sorry, I didn't do that part.
Well, I'm the ultimate bestie. That's me. My name is Bianca. We've been friends for a very long time now, and and a lot you need to know for now.
Cool.
And my hair is just not falling in the right place, but it's okay.
Yeah, we had a little crisis before. We were like, wow, we don't look good at all. So the first question is, how did you become friends, and what were your first impressions of each other?
Okay, so we officially met at Siobhan's birthday party back in like primary school, and like I remember a sleepover at her birthday party. She wanted to watch a scary movie, and like I don't like scary movies either, but I was like, you know what, everybody wants to watch a scary movie, like let me just go along with this thing, right? And then Sahara's like, nah, I'm scared, I don't like scary movies like that. And automatically from that moment, I was just like, oh, this girl, I don't even know who she is. She needs to stop. She's annoying. So I think I said something to her. I was like, stop being a baby. And she ran off to go tell this girl mother.
So then that happened, and everybody was like, yeah, stop being a baby. And I was like,
everybody joined in.
And I was like, after that happened, I think we started to dance together too. So we was dancing together.
Yeah, we danced together too.
And slowly we became friends, and then in
we
high
had
school,
mutual friends too.
we had a lot of mutual friends, which happens when you're from a small island. And then I think in high school was when we were like
my first form, it was legit though. Like we were already best friends. Like it was like we going to school
like people knew us as best friends.
Yeah,
That's true.
So I don't really understand like what happened between that time, but something happened and we were best friends by the time we hit high school.
It's magic. Okay, cool. So first impressions was exactly that. So she thought I was a crybaby, and then I was like, well, that's kind of mean. So I was like,
I thought that was mean.
Maybe she's mean, but then we realized obviously. I mean, I still can't. I do cry a lot, but
yeah, me too.
for the right reasons. Yeah. Oh, and that's one of the questions later too. Sensitive souls. What makes us most similar and most different?
Use that first. Is that the first one? The first one.
Yeah, I know. I didn't know what to say on that one. Okay. Most similar, I guess, is like what we were saying before. Like we're both very like sensitive in a sense of like in touch with like all that's around us. I feel like we're very in tune with what goes on around us in a good way, in the sense of like I can like we both try to analyze. That's one thing we would always like talk for hours and hours, even as teenagers, about like like why is this happening like this, and like what, you know, like trying to make sense of things. So I think we're quite similar. That I would say that's why we became so close.
Yeah,
you know?
Well, because we also able to like do stupid shit together.
Yeah, that's a good
like
balance.
we could laugh and joke for days. Like if you know Sahar, which probably most of you do because you follow her, then like you know me pretty much.
Yeah,
So like
exactly.
we're really similar in that way. But when it comes to like getting serious, talking about life, spirituality, just like connecting to something deeper, like we could go for hours too. Like this girl been through my breakdowns, I've been through her breakdowns, you know, and then the next day we all just like yeah,
we think we're funny, but I don't think people think we're as funny as.
No, I think people think we're funny.
You can talk about it in the comments. If we actually
are they actually funny when we laugh in here? They're just like, what is this?
Why did I think this shit? I died. Okay. Well, that's how we most. I feel like that's how we most similar, most different. Most different.
Style.
That guy is very good at dressing. And like she always, actually that's true, like she always had this like very like she has like a cool street look, you know, and I would always come like just like this, like yoga pants.
No, yoga pants. No, back in teenage days, Sahar used to really put in more effort. No,
That's
it's like
so
we trying to find some new inspiration. Yes.
That's true, actually. No, I don't know. Like, I don't put in that much thought into it. But
Okay, what else? What else makes us
most
different?
I think we have very like different. Like, I'm quite bubbly. Like, I just like in general like very like and I feel like Bob is more like chill, more grounded in a lot of ways. We're grounded in very different ways.
Yeah.
But I don't know how to explain that.
Yeah, like I might come across as very like not even calm at first, but just more like I'm already centered. I'm already like seeing things for what they are. Like I'm analyzing everything. Like I'm already here. Like I see it. That's it. You know. But maybe with you, it's more like, okay, happy go lucky. Like woohoo, yeah, we in here. And then later on, it's like, oh, okay, okay, gotta focus now. Gotta pay attention.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Something like that.
What was your best friend's favorite TV show or movie as a kid?
Yours was High School Musical.
It's true. I used to know every single lyric.
Yeah.
I would say Bianca's was SpongeBob. Like, Bianca would know every single episode of SpongeBob.
Yay.
It's true.
Listen, up to today, I can reference anything that happens in life back to SpongeBob.
Again, good life lessons. You want to do this question? I don't have an answer for this.
What?
What's one weird habit that your best friend has?
Well, both of us right now laughing and coughing at the same time. We're laughing and then we coughing after.
It's true.
Yeah.
Okay, so
That's what she does. She was laughing and she's like,
I feel like it used to be, I never used to notice it until the Rona came. And so now every time I laugh
that's not true.
No, I
always do that.
I never noticed it myself, at least she never tell me. So now when I do it, it's like I like will be trying to talk and it's not when I laugh in though. It's like even after I laugh in. So I can be talking, I'm like and then it's bad because I can't be coughing in a pandemic, man. But we both do that though. We both do that. So is it a weird habit? I don't know, but it's a biological dysfunction. Something weird that she used to do was like whenever we had sleepovers, I could not see because Bianca would take her little toes. just the first two. I just spit, sorry. She would take the first two and she would like grab my skin.
Yeah, I used to annoy her in
She
her
was
sleep.
like, "Ah." But that's what I used to do. She used to go like this and squeeze. But it's okay. I would end up falling asleep. But like it's funny because like usually I would be the one that would be like but then when I fall asleep it's the only time Bianca's like so that was the weirdest thing she would do.
So what's one quality your best friend has that you admire? I would say for Sahar, just like her outlook on life, like her positivity, her desire to like want to help everybody and like give good energy to everybody around her, and then also she's just like a really good people person, so like nobody could like not like her, you know. And I think that's something that you just have to be born with. Like you just have to have this energy that's just like lovable, and I think that's her. So
Bianca does this a lot actually. Like she'll like turn to me and just be like, hey, and she give a whole beautiful paragraph about how much she appreciates me, and then I start to cry. So it's something we do a lot.
and a lot more to be honest, but you know, we gotta keep this video short.
For me it's a lot. I would say one of the main things is Bianca's ability to really live in the moment and just be present. I feel like for me it's like I'm always like thinking about like 10 years from now. I get a lot of anxiety, but Bianca's like so grounded, and she's always been so grounded no matter what's going on around her.
I suffer from anxiety, y'all.
Yeah, we both do actually.
Yeah,
we both have a weird form of social anxiety, but I would say that Bianca has an amazing ability to kind of like bring her most true self to any situation, and I don't think that that's something that everybody has, to just be able to be grounded in that way, you know, and to really assess a situation in a way that's like very understanding and loving as well, you know, to actually come into something and be like, okay, maybe this is happening because this person is going through da 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 da, you know. So I feel like that's a really special quality that you have.
Love you, Bar.
Love you too. What's your favorite thing to do together?
Laugh.
Laugh a lot. I would say like something that it is changed a lot, but it's always like been around music too. Like growing up, we used to spend a lot of time by the like those really clunky computers, and we would just like download songs on LimeWire for days. It was so nice, and we still do it now. Not in the same way, but like
well, we share music a lot still.
Share music a lot, and like, so we love like driving around the island and just like putting on the windows, putting music, laughing, talking. I feel like we really love doing that. It's so vibe.
And then we also just love having long conversations. Like I feel like that's something that we really do like all the time.
It's true. That's why this video is probably gonna be quite long, just because that's how we are.
But then we love going out and dancing and stuff together too.
Yeah, honestly, it's really nice to have that balance. Like I feel like we've always been kind of like really deep, but also really like fluffy.
Yeah,
you know,
for sure, deep and fluffy.
And fluffy. So yeah, those are our favorite things to do together. Who's the most sensitive?
And who is the goofiest?
Most sensitive. It depends.
It depends. Like, you know, this is how we gonna get deep right now, because it's like what sensitive in what way? You know, like sensitive in terms of like if somebody says something, would you cry? Or sensitive in the sense of like if you saw somebody suffering, would you take on that energy? You know, I feel like that's me. Like I would see something sad or like not right, and like I would take on that energy. Not so much now, because like I'm just like you said, like, you know, I am grounding myself more and like realizing, okay, your energy is your energy and mine is mine, but still I have that way about me that's like, ooh, like this is sad. Like I feel like we both are like that though. We both kind of take on other people's energies. So sensitive in a way that we just very much aware of like energies and feelings and emotions and stuff like that.
I would say Bianca is more like that in the sense, in terms of like being able to be sensitive to what's around, you know, like to like, I mean, I would say that I'm, like you said, like if somebody says something, I would be the one to cry first. Like if someone says something hurtful, I would be the one to cry first. But then I feel like Bianca is very much like sensitive in the sense of like very deeply aware too, you know?
Like all the different energies and feelings that's going on around the room.
Yeah, and like I am like that too, but I misjudge it a lot, I find. I misjudge it in the sense of like, oh, like this person is mad, and they're like, no, I'm just chilling. You know? So I think it's like a different type of sensitive, but she's a Pisces, and so you already know what kind of sensitive that is.
Who's goofy? We both goofy, but to be honest, I'm more goofy like with her, or like people who's goofy, like because I take out other energies too. Like if somebody's serious, like you will not catch me cracking a joke. Maybe she might crack a joke around anybody, but I feel like I need that energy around me to like help me get out, like get into that.
Like, that's how we are. Like we're very we don't take life too seriously, you know?
At all.
Yeah.
No. We have our moments.
We have our moments where life feels like it's crumbling.
Yeah.
And that's just a human thing. But I would definitely say we're very goofy in general.
I mean, look how deep we're going on.
I know, one little question. We could be goofy to a degree, but
80%, but on a weekday.
not on Wednesday, so. What's your dream trip that you would do together? Okay, let me see.
Like I was telling you, I feel like when we was younger, it was like, oh my god, we should go to like Tomorrowland, or like, you know, one of those like music festivals together, one of those raves, just go crazy, have fun. But now recently we've been talking about like a retreat. Yep. Different energy.
Very different energy, but like thinking especially about like retreats that allow us to be like kind of close to the beach, but also close to more greenery and stuff like that, and some place where we feel like we could have like creative energy and just like go of all the, you know, all the things that usually get into our heads, but just kind of like be in a space where like get a house together, something, an Airbnb, and just like you
relax.
know, be our full selves, meet new people. We love meeting new people. That's true too. We realize our reason, like we love meeting people from all over the world and just feeling feeling that connection that sometimes can get kind of stagnant when you're in the same place for too long.
Yeah, very true. What have we learned from each other?
I would say, and this is something that I brought up recently too, was with Bianca, I feel like something that I needed to learn was being able to not think so much about what other people think about me. And again, she has that too, like we both have this form of social anxiety, but like I would say that mine was like every single thing that somebody said or did, I I would like think it has something to do with me, you know. And that's like an ego thing too. But I would like think like, oh, like this person is sad, it must be me, you know, or like, oh, this person is mad, it must be me, or like that tone is kind of off, it must be me, you know. And I feel like being able to separate myself from that was something I learned from her, especially because she'd always tell me like, no, like don't worry, you know, like this is just probably somebody's response to themselves, you know what I mean? Like the way people act is like a reflection of them, not of you, you know. And so I feel like that's a big one for sure. And also just like different practices too, like Bianca was really into meditation and all kinds of like spiritual practices. Like we're both very spiritual people, which I think has drawn us to each other a lot.
For me, I would say like especially this year, like watching you from like the past year, like kind of have anxiety about like what you want to do with your life and like how you were going to do it. And now this year, like she's being so intentional with like everything that she's doing. Like she have a schedule for every single detail of her life, which for me, like I kind of like go with the flow and sometimes maybe just a little too much. But like now, like I'm really learning like, okay, if you want to learn something, here's the way. Like if you want to do something, this is what you need to do. And like because she's become that person, like I'm like, oh wow, like, you know, I need to like really put things in down in words and like take action on them, you know. So that's one thing that I learned for sure, especially this year. And then also again, because we both just so like spiritually connected, but like not even in two different ways, but just in different ways, like you know, like your view and your perspective, because it's so like open and it's so vast, and like you don't really judge people for seeing things the way that they see. But like I feel like you have like this gift where it's like even though like you believe what you believe and somebody else might believe whatever they believe, like you are like still able to like say something and like share information and share insight in a way that doesn't make somebody like shut down. But like, you know, it's just this open way of like giving information. And like I feel like that's something that like I am trying to like learn how to do too, you know. And that's also helped me a lot, like, you know, just you having like this open way of like thinking and speaking that I'm learning to hopefully acquire.
Yeah, I think especially that's something that I feel with us is like we're constantly trying to like push each other a little bit more. And I think especially this year for sure, like I feel like we've been keeping each other a lot more accountable and like actually trying to see how we can learn from each other. Even doing this was kind of, you know, a way that we're trying to like be more creative with each other and explore different sides of ourselves that we hadn't done before. So I feel like that's something really special to have in a friendship, because some friendships can just feel like stagnant, just like regular company. But like what I feel like a true friendship is something where you're actually growing together, you know.
And I guess that's one thing I would say that I admire about our relationship. Like it's constantly evolving. Like there was like a point where we didn't see each other in like 2 years, you know, where we like left at different times, we didn't communicate maybe for like a year, but like every time we come back together it's like a new and evolved version of Sahar and Bianca, which is like so dope. So
oh, look at that. What's your favorite memory together?
Memories bad, you gotta go first.
We went out for New Year's Eve and me and Bianca were in the club. And actually it wasn't that much of a vibe. It wasn't really a vibe. But we always a vibe. So I remember like Bianca was just there and she turned back to me, she's like, Sahar, I just want to tell you something. And then we went into this whole like 20-minute, it was probably like an hour long, just in the club, like Bianca said the most nice things, the most kind things, and just like I feel like that was a whole level up in our friendship, to be honest. And then I was just crying and she was crying and it was like a whole mess in the club.
Emotional situation in the middle of New Year's turn up.
And I think like people even come up to us like, yeah, okay. We were like, stop.
It was
that was a good. It was a good memory because I feel like it really shows what I was saying earlier with Bianca, like she really lives in the moment, and like it was in that moment. It didn't matter the environment. She needed to say it. You know what I mean? And she's like, I just had to tell you because like I don't know. You know, you don't know what could happen tomorrow, and I was like, oh, but also it just felt right, you know. So I feel like that's one of my favorite ones because it also felt like one of the evolution points in our friendship for sure.
Favorite memory? My memory sucks.
I feel like also just like when we used to grow up together, we would like spend a lot of
Yeah, we
time.
spent days.
Days. Hold up in the bedroom and in the living room.
Days.
Honestly, like after school, that would just be us chilling. Like we would go, like I was saying, to the computer, download music. We would go and dance in her room. So we would do a lot of stuff like that. Just being very creative and not really judging ourselves. And I feel like that's something I love about us too, is that we don't try to be cool, you know?
We love us.
We love us. Yeah, we never try to be cool, and I feel like that's the best part, is that you can just be cool. Best inside joke. Best inside joke. I don't know if
We are the inside joke.
We the joke. What do you love most about your friendship?
Yeah, like I said earlier, just like the evolution, like how we continue to like grow and evolve and like help each other, and like even through our differences we still love each other, and like we support each other. And yeah, I couldn't ask for much more, to be honest.
See, for me, I feel like the friendship that we have has always felt like a little space, a little world within the world, you know, like whenever the world was kind of like chaotic and we didn't really know what was going on, and like, you know, you just navigating life and trying to figure out how to be a teenager and all these things. I feel like it was always like a nice safe space I could go back to and try to unpack life through. And I feel like it's really beautiful to have something like that, especially at that age, because
At that age especially,
there's just so much going on, and it's just nice to know that someone else is going through the same thing or similar things, you know. So,
and keeping it real with you. That's the end of all questions.
Thanks for watching.
Bye.
Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. There's Sahar Wanders and Bianca. There goes.
Dead.
You have.
Maybe I might create a new page soon if I start doing some talks.
I'll drop it in the description.